What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Run with Jay channel. So in this third episode of Running Shoe Talk, we're going to look at recent shoe releases as well as upcoming running shoe drops. And as we near the end of 2020, we're looking forward to a lot of great new releases in 2021, especially in January. So we're going to look at brands such as Nike, Hoka, and Asics. So if this is your first time to the channel, if you're a new member, welcome. Please hit that like and subscribe button as well as the bell for notifications. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your contribution and support. So let's get this video started. So we'll start off with Hoka. So back in November, Hoka released the Rocket X, which was anticipated marathon short distance racing shoe. It was lightweight, coming in at 7.4 ounces, and it also cost $180, which is pretty cheap compared to other brands for your top end racing shoe. Now everybody's looking forward to the new version of the Carbon X2, which is the second generation from the Carbon X that was released, previous year. And this shoe is promised to be a lot different and also a lot more advanced compared to the first version. So in the X2, you'll get that plush cushioning that gives you a very smooth and comfortable feel on the foot, and also have that springy toe off that makes every step more energetic, and also has a comfortable fit thanks to the highly breathable and adaptable mesh upper, as well as a smooth heel to toe transition for every stride. So if you used the Carbon X before, you'll notice some changes to this new version. So Hoka redesigned both the placement of the carbon fiber plate and cushioning to provide a more softer experience without sacrificing the performance. So have a redesigned plate for better toe off, a softer midsole that provides a very smooth and plush ride, and it also has an extended heel tab that gives you a better upper fit. And also the weight will be 8.5 ounces for a size 9, and it has about a 5mm offset with a 39mm in the heel and 34 in the forefoot. And it also includes a removable sock liner. And this shoe should fit true to size. So, this is your max cushion marathon racing shoe that Hoka has introduced, similar to the first version. So a lot of people who are anticipating this shoe should be available in early January or maybe the first of the month, and you can pre-order this shoe already in some websites. So the price for the Carbon X2 should be about $180 as well. So next we'll talk about Asics. So Asics has released the Gel Nimbus 23 in late December, and that's more of a daily trainer shoe, kind of like a sister shoe to the Nimbus Lite 2, which will be released in the beginning of 2021. That is a daily trainer, kind of like a long distance shoe where it's got a lot of traction on the outsole to give you those long miles. So you can do long distance runs in them, and it's very comfortable and cushioned as well. The Gel Nimbus Lite, that's supposed to come out in the beginning of 2021, is more of a variable run kind of shoe where you can use it for long runs, slow runs, or even fast runs. And it's a max cushion, more lighter version of the Gel Nimbus 23. While the Gel Nimbus 23 is more focused on your kind of like a workhorse shoe where you can run long distance miles in, and when it's not, really meant for a kind of like a tempo or a fast paced shoe. With the Gel Nimbus Lite 2 being a little bit lighter, coming in about 9.1 ounces for a size 9, while the Gel Nimbus 23 is going to be a little bit heavier, coming at about 10.2 ounces for a size 9. So both of these shoes are very similar. They're both daily trainers. However, the Gel Nimbus Lite 2 will be more of a lighter shoe, and you can use it for even faster or tempo runs, while the Gel Nimbus 23 is more of your kind of like everyday shoe that'll give you a lot of rubber out on the outside, so you can run long miles in them, and it should last you a while as well. So the Gel Nimbus 23 will have a 10mm offset, while the Gel Nimbus Lite 2 will have an 8mm offset with a 25mm in the heel and 15mm in the forefoot. So next we'll shift over to Nike. So Nike is going to have a pretty busy January of 21 when they are releasing a few new shoes. Specifically, we have the Infinity Run 2 that's coming out, as well as something called the Zoom X Invincible. So first we'll go to the Infinity Run 2. The shoe pretty much looks very similar compared to 2020's Infinity Run 1. Again, these shoes are made to help prevent injuries. So the Infinity Run 2 is going to look very similar to the current version's Infinity Run. The main difference that most people will be able to notice is that the upper has changed. The Flyknit material that they use is supposed to be more breathable, and they've also added the Flywire technology onto the laces. And there should be more updated collar with more plush foam, and the React foam in the midsole will still stay the same. And then the bottom outsole looks pretty much identical compared to the current year's version. So again, these shoes are made to help prevent injuries, so they're supposed to give you a lot of cushion, last a lot of miles, and be very comfortable for anything like from short runs to long runs. Now, what I'm more curious about is the Zoom X Invincible shoe that's supposed to come out very soon. They're both supposed to be released on the 7th of January worldwide for the Infinity Run 2 and the Zoom X Invincible. So the Zoom X Invincible looks like a hybrid of the Pegasus along with the React Mylar. It's got Zoom X foam underneath with a generous amount of it as well. As you can see, looks like same amount of foam that the Nike Infinity Run has in terms of the React stack that it has. So it's got a lot of Zoom X foam, and many people equate the Zoom X foam to something that it's very quick, it's very lightweight, very responsive, same foam that they use on the Vaporfly and the Alpha Flies. So this shoe ideally is for people to run high mileage in. It's also got the rocker geometry just like the Infinity Run 2. And also it's got the heel clip, which is a little bit smaller than the Infinity Run 2. But it also looks like more of a stability shoe. So both of these shoes are very interesting. I can see the Zoom X Invincible be used more for long runs or even tempo runs in instance. It looks like it might be a replacement for the Pegasus Turbo 2 as well. And I imagine the price for this shoe will be around $180, while the Infinity Run 2 will be around $160. So I'm a huge fan of the Zoom X foam as it's very lightweight and responsive. And seeing the picture of the Zoom X Invincible makes it look like it might be a substitute for the React Mylar as well, but with Zoom X foam. And I'm curious how the foam rides, if it's actually the same as you would see in maybe a Vaporfly or an Alpha Fly, or it could be a little bit different, a variation of the Zoom X foam. But there's definitely a healthy amount of Zoom X foam in the Zoom X Invincible, and there's no really barrier between the upper and the foam, so you'll basically be stepping on the foam and getting more of the responsiveness and bounce compared to maybe there's a separation like a plate or something. So that should be an interesting shoe. It looks like it's got Flyknit upper as well with the standard laces. So I'm very curious to try on the shoe to see what it'd be meant for. Currently, the weight and the offset is unknown for the Zoom X Invincible, but I imagine it'd be very similar to the Infinity Run. So I'm excited to look forward to these shoes when they come out in early January. So another shoe that a lot of people are looking for is the Vomero 15. This shoe has been released over in Asia already, and it's going to cost around the same, I imagine, about $140. It's got the 10 millimeters offset with a 4-foot at 16 millimeters and the heel at 26, and it also is going to weigh at about 10 ounces. And this time it's going to have Zoom X in the heel, which is very interesting, and also it has an Airs unit in the 4-foot that's twice as large. And this shoe is supposed to be meant for long distance. It's got a lot of outsole rubber for traction and grip as well as durability. So a lot of users have already tried on this shoe and they actually were disappointed in it. Many people thought this would be a plush, more comfortable shoe, but a lot of people did say that the shoe runs a little bit stiff. So this shoe is supposed to be released in early January as well, so look out for that. So fans of the Nike Alpha Fly will be excited to hear that there will be a new colorway, the Ekiden colorway, that should be released in early January. This is the Bright Volt with blue colorway with the topographic patterns on it. It's supposed to honor the Japanese Ekiden race. So if you guys are interested and been waiting to get a pair of the Alpha Flies, you might hold off to get this new cool colorway instead. It is super bright, and I imagine if you're running in these, you can see from a mile away. Also, for fans looking for the Dragonfly or the Nike Air Zoom Victory Track spikes, they have recently released new stock in those spikes. So if you're looking to grab a pair, they're readily available on Nike as well. The Dragonfly, as most people know, was the shoe that Joshua Cheptegei broke the track 5K record in. So it was very hard to get earlier in this year, but as the year is winding down, more stock is coming in. So if you're still looking for a pair of these spikes, you can definitely get them now. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have any other comments, feedback, or questions, please feel free to leave them down below. I hope you and your family are doing well, and I hope you guys have a great New Year's, and I'll talk to you guys on the next run.